All right, so welcome to Conversations by Courage. So tell me your name.
Olivia McCormick,
Where are you from, Olivia?
Temecula, California.
What's interesting about Temecula?
It's very famous for its wine country. It's very a very peaceful and nice city area in California.
Okay. So we've been talking about this theme around America 250, around heritage and healing as the country comes home to itself in about 3 years. But I want to go back. Can you tell me about some memories about your upbringing, your heritage, your ancestry that you honor?
Yeah, for my heritage, I come from a lot of people from Mississippi, Wisconsin area. I was born in Wisconsin, Kenosha, Wisconsin, and then I've always lived here in California. I have family in the military. I have a lot of African American, Jewish in me as well. Um, and really, for heritage, I really think about how I was raised. I was the oldest of seven siblings, and I've just always been a very big, loving black family.
What did so your heritage teach you? Um, what traditions and values do you enjoy?
For my heritage, we were normally raised Christian, which is what my artifact here is. It's a Bible. I actually refurnished it, sort of, and it's a little bit destroyed, but we've always been raised as a Christian family. I would go to church on Sundays, we'd have gospel all the time. My stepdad was a pastor, is a pastor, and it's just a very big part of my life how I was raised, how my mom was raised, how my grandfather was raised, and so on.
And so, why this particular Bible? Can you show us what it looks like on the front?
Yeah, so it was one of my first Bibles, and I tried to fix it up because it completely broke. It's a little still damaged, but I keep it because it's one of those things that I've had for a long time. My grandma actually would tell me to put it under my bed when I had nightmares, so this was the very one. And then I have a little passages I've written and highlighted and so on.
Can you read a passage for us?
Yeah, on the back, when I destroyed it, I said that it was November 1st, the month of thankfulness. And I also mentioned that my Bible, which is the basic instructions before leaving Earth, was messed up. And I said that that was a representation on my faith being kind of disregarded. And so I tried to fix it up and read more and also highlight more and kind of give some more devotion towards it. So I think this really represents, and even in Christianity, the Bible kind of represents one of the symbols of faith, and that's just part of my heritage.
Is there any particular sort of passage or story in the Bible that really sticks to you? Speaks to you?
Yes. So it's Isaiah 41:10, if I can find it.
So tell us what this passage is and what it means to you.
Okay. So the passage that's really important to me is Isaiah 41:10, and it says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand."
And then why that particular one?
This is important to me because my stepdad gave it to me during a counseling session, and he said that I have a lot of anxiety and worry a lot, and often I need to take a step back and to really just kind of let life flow in a way. And in my religion, just give it to God as well. So I do not have to take everything into my own hands. I can always just let things be and kind of not stress out for every single thing.
Yeah. And then wrapping up this conversation around your heritage, is there anyone in particular that you carry forth with you in your life and any lessons or values that they've taught you?
Yeah, again, I'm very family orientated, so really all of the members of my family. My grandpa passed away in 2020, and he's always been my biggest role model. He was always very wise. He didn't even know how to read or write, but he would memorize scriptures of the Bible and would teach it in church. I think for today, I would say that my mom would probably be someone that I carry on throughout my life because she's the one who really raised me throughout every circumstance, event. She's always been there. So I would carry on her legacy and I would raise my children as she has done hers, but better. And I always think about my family as well.
So we're moving on to healing. So a lot has happened since 2020, pandemics, personal things. So here we want to talk about how global, national, even local events in our own lives have affected us. Um, What do you want to remember about your life since 2020?
My life since 2020 kind of, in a way, just started when talking about adulthood. I graduated from high school in 2021 and then went to college right after that. Um, for 2021, many things did happen. Like, I lost my grandma and aunt in just in 1 month, and they were very part of my life as well. Um, from 2021, it was mainly just growth and learning because I was becoming an adult and because I was experiencing the world a lot more. So I would say that it's more of a, even though things can happen and can bring you down, you always can get back up from it and carry on through your life.
So, can you tell us a story about your artifact?
Yeah. So this is an artifact I chose for healing. It's my first car keys, and it was given to me by my grandma, one of them. And the car was a little bit messed up already, and I went driving back to the school from home, and the steering wheel froze, and so I kind of Tokyo drifted into a wall, which was a very very scary and a dangerous, but very lucky accident. And because I had things growing up like depression, anxiety, there are like many thoughts you can have. And because of this near death experience, I kind of realized that my life is just like so much more. And I've learned a lot of things like gratefulness and just realized that I have a lot to do, a lot more that I want to do, and a lot more that I can do. From this experience, like, even though I don't have the car, I say that I still have the keys, and that's because I can still do things in this world as well. So with healing, even though it was an unfortunate event and has spooked me a bit, I still am growing and learning and healing as well.
Beautiful. So we're getting to our final part where in 3 years the country celebrates 250th anniversary. And we've talked about heritage and healing, about this moment, this time. But I want to know about how you wish to be remembered and thinking about the fact that you and your generation will inherit the country. Can you tell us?
Yeah, so I wrote something down in this letter. So instead of actually kind of answering the question as I want to be remembered as, I wrote, "This may sound strange, but I do not care to be remembered individually. I want my mind, my experiences, what I learned, what I may do, to be not only remembered but considered. The future is you, the future are those who come. Some may say that I am the future. They are usually older than me, and I understand. To me, in my place, I am the present, the most important place because it can alter all, which is why I am moving and changing as I am in one way the future, but also why I am talking to you as right now I am the present. And you are also the future. I don't have much time, much lines, but know that you should do what you are doing right now. Always listen, learn, and do. Don't stop doing because of who you are, and don't stop learning. Even if things are hard, don't stop this for the past, present, and future."
Okay. So Olivia, can you introduce what is the poem or the piece that you decided to share with us and
Yeah.
why you wrote it?
So I made this based off of the car keys in the story, and it's called "Keep Going." I actually made this in the car as I was coming here. Okay. Wheels may be coming off, but we keep rolling. Lights may tell you to stop, but at some point you keep going. Can't move too fast or else sirens start blazing. All this authority over my life, a fear to which I start shaking. Life is a highway that I stay avoiding. God take the wheel, I need better control and direction. Looking for a key to go ahead and start this journey. Anxiety gets the best of me, but I need to reach my destination. They don't teach children how to go in life and expect an education, an identification on a license that I have to keep proving. I was on my way towards the university until the wheel turned frozen. A 2000 PT Cruiser for my grandma. I guess you can say I was riding through my old ways. We used to make fun of beat up cars because they look so ugly, but seeing from that day, I admire that they still keep on driving. I've been seeing things different in my mind. I guess you can call that a headlight. About to lose my top, converting to a Mustang. I was the car with missing parts and a dying engine. I was competing with the roads that all had their own directions. If we all went the same way at a time, we'd all cause traffic, causing much more anger, rage, and impatience. It's best to stay in our own lane and make that a flow of habit. things in life happen and people immediately get fast and furious. We live in a world where people jump in front of cars due to a wrong way, GTA San Andreas. Sometimes people jump in front of cars because they could not find a way, RP my cousin and her baby. Sometimes you gotta take that right turn after all that random waiting. Instead of yelling and speeding through, learn to give in just small ways. We also live in a world where things are given way too easily. You don't need to hold the wheel or learn wherever your place is. Relying on a GPS and artificial intelligence may replace the road's humanity, and now I'm losing track of what I'm saying. Life is a highway that I keep avoiding. Near death, God told me I have a reason to keep on living. Even when I don't have a car, I still carry the keys. Don't just stop and choose to be roadkill because you're in the streets.